Potassium is an essential mineral that must be acquired from our diet as the body cannot create it alone. There are a few symptoms that can arise when the body does not get enough potassium. Here we take a detailed look at what these are and offer some tips to include more potassium in your diet. How do you know if you are low in potassium? Potassium is known as an electrolyte and it works in a delicate balance with other electrolytes to carry out important bodily functions, including managing fluid balance. It is recommended that men get 3,400 mg (3.4 grams) of potassium a day, whilst women should aim for 2,600 mg (2.6 grams). If we fail to get this recommended amount, then a number of symptoms can arise, including muscle weakness, fatigue, constipation, high blood pressure, polyuria, muscle paralysis, breathing problems, irregular heartbeat. In this piece I will explain why these problems are linked to low potassium. Towards the end of the article one also includes some advice on how to include more potassium in your diet, so read on to find out more about that as well. 1. Fatigue. Potassium is an essential nutrient that is present in all of the body's cells and tissues. The effects of low potassium levels can, therefore, extend to a wide range of bodily functions. One of the noticeable effects of this is low energy levels, which can be accompanied by physical and mental fatigue too. 2. Muscle weakness and cramp. One of potassium's key roles is muscle contraction. It helps to keep the skeletal muscles working optimally. In addition, it has a role in transmitting signals along the nerve fibers. If a potassium deficiency develops, then general muscle weakness and cramping can also develop. This can affect the arms and legs, as well as other muscles in the body. The problem can also be made worse if there is a magnesium deficiency. This mineral also plays an important role in muscle contraction, so, if we don't get enough through our diet, cramps and spasms can worsen. 3. Constipation and bloating. As well as influencing the skeletal muscles, potassium also ensures that the internal muscles that line the digestive tract are able to work properly. Low potassium can, therefore, affect the muscles in the intestines, meaning food and waste pass through at a slower pace than usual. This may lead to uncomfortable symptoms such as bloating and constipation. 4. Muscle paralysis. As potassium is so important for the muscles, those with severe potassium deficiency, a problem known as hypokalemia, can experience muscle paralysis. Although this may be a more extreme symptom, muscle stiffness or limited movement are some warning signs to be aware of. When potassium levels are very low, the muscles are unable to contract properly and in severe cases may eventually stop working altogether. Hypokalemia is a potentially life-threatening condition where potassium levels are less than 2.5 millimoles per liter. This means any more extreme symptoms that could signify a severe potassium deficiency should be assessed by a doctor immediately. 5. High blood pressure. Another important role of potassium is to help keep the blood vessels relaxed. This helps to sustain low blood pressure. Should a deficiency in potassium develop, this could explain an increase in blood pressure. This is particularly the case in people with high sodium or salt intake, as this contributes to high blood pressure further. Interestingly, salt is found in excess in processed foods, whilst quantities of potassium are limited. Instead, it is more commonly found in fresh foods. Potassium helps to balance sodium levels, so doctors often recommend that people with high blood pressure lower their sodium intake and increase their potassium intake, which can easily be achieved with some simple dietary changes. 6. Polyuria. The kidneys are responsible for removing waste and regulating fluid levels. They also look after the balance of electrolytes such as sodium and potassium and regulate the body's acid-alkaline balance. In order to do this effectively, waste and excess electrolytes are passed out through urine. A severe potassium deficiency can interfere with the kidney's ability to balance fluid and electrolytes. This can lead to frequent urination, a problem known as polyuria. 7. Breathing problems. Breathing problems are another serious side effect of hypokalemia. This too can be linked to the fact that potassium has an essential role to play in muscle contraction, as breathing requires the use of several muscles, particularly the diaphragm. If potassium levels become too low, the muscles aren't able to operate properly and shortness of breath or difficulty breathing may develop. If you notice any of these symptoms, you should always seek medical advice immediately. 8. Irregular heartbeat. As well as working to keep the skeletal muscles functioning optimally, potassium is also important for keeping the heart muscles working. Very low levels of potassium may, therefore, cause an irregular heart rhythm. This includes problems such as sinus bradycardia, ventricular tachycardia and ventricular fibrillation. If treatment is not sought immediately, an irregular heartbeat can be life-threatening. So, in this instance, it is essential you seek medical attention straight away. Doctors can easily detect an irregular heart rhythm using an electrocardiogram and will also be able to check if your potassium levels are a possible cause. What causes potassium deficiency? Now that we've covered the symptoms of low potassium levels, you may be wondering what causes a deficiency in the first place. High salt intake. Consuming too much salt often contributes to low potassium levels. If high concentrations of sodium flood into our body's cells, water follows it and potassium levels become low in contrast to these other elements. Our kidneys then have to work harder to regain water and maintain the electrolyte balance. Illness, a stomach bug or a bout of diarrhea can also lead to potassium deficiency. Prolonged vomiting or diarrhea upsets the fluid balance in the body and also means that the body struggles to retain essential electrolytes and nutrients. Medication. Some medications can increase the risk of deficiency. This includes diuretics, steroids, a high dose of insulin and certain antifungals. Some of these can cause the kidneys to excrete excess potassium, thus leading to hypokalemia. Excess sweating. Potassium can also be lost through sweat, and so some of the problems listed above may develop during exercise or when an individual is in a hot climate. Diet. Finally, simply failing to get enough potassium through your diet may also lead to the kind of symptoms I've just discussed, such as muscle cramps and fatigue. A reliance on pre-packed, processed foods rather than fresh goods can increase the likelihood of deficiency. Sources of potassium. Potassium occurs naturally in a wide range of foods and is easily absorbed by the body. In order to increase your potassium intake, I would recommend including more of the following foods in your diet. Food quantity of potassium per cup: dried apricots 2,202 mg, dried prunes 1,398 mg, cooked lentils 731 mg, cooked broccoli 458 mg, banana 422 mg, in a medium-sized banana, spinach 167 mg, cooked brown rice 154 mg. Source: www.avogel.co.uk